Yeah, here we are, and welcome back to the grind. So I've spent the last few days getting this camper top all done up. Wait, in the shot. How do I get out of that shot? There you are. So it's looking pretty good. Everything's there, and it's all up. So if you want to stick around for a while and have a look and see how things are, there you go. Now this would be a pretty nice place to camp, right? Nothing like camping with a view of the ocean. So there you go. Hope you enjoy it all, and I'll see you later on. Bye for now. Now these things here, I've got those all set, but I'm going to put a piece of that rubber stuff, the same as I used over here. Not really rubber, but whatever it is, putty. Put a piece of putty on each one of these, and then I'll put the bolts through, and then I'll go and see about getting it on the roof here. That would mean I have to get up there and sort of clean the roof a bit, which I haven't done for a long time. So I'll do that. And then the back ones here, they get a rubber seal that goes in there somehow or other. Anyway, I'll figure that out. I'm gonna find those things. Yeah, there I'm on the Mom's on the roof, right? So I'm on the roof here, and I've got this thing with that yucky mucky stuff on both sides here. Can you see that? Yeah. And I poked the bolts up through. I'm going to bring over the thing, the roof cover, and see if I'm lucky enough to get it to sit down on those points. Might be, might not be. We'll see. Okay. Yeah. So don't you know I was lucky enough to hit it first time around. Just very lucky, I'd say. Now it's a matter of I'm gonna get my plastic pry tools out and put the rubber gaskets underneath here, and then put those bolts through. See how that works out. I think there was two here on each side and then one in betweens. No, I don't remember, but we'll find out. Yeah, luckily I was pointing up in the sky there, was I? Anyhow, there's underneath here goes little rubber gaskets, so I'll see if I can get them in, and then the bolts go down on top of that. See what happens there. Yeah, there now. I was lucky enough to get that thing to sit right down in the right spot. Just first try. And all the bolts are in up there, and it's back where it should be. Isn't that something? Anyway, looks good from the side. Doesn't look good from the front yet because there's no window in there yet. Well, there was a window, then there wasn't a window. That's another one of those stories. So I've got it all bolted down good, and I put some of that yucky muck underneath each one of these carriage bolts, so that should keep the water out. And I put the yucky muck inside and out on those front bolts there, so that should keep the water out. So now, next is to I noticed that never got any paint on that bit of the whatever that is there. So I guess I'll have to tape that off and get it a bit of paint on it. Maybe I'll get that done before the window comes, right? Anyway, now it's back to the other side here. Where am I? So I want to turn the roof over, and then I'll see about getting the rest of this stuff put on. Yeah, now I know what those. There's 4 carriage bolts left, I hope. And here, roof. I'll go through and make sure I have them all. Okay. Yeah, so I've come up with a plan here. The width of the van is this much, right? So about 5 feet, maybe 6 feet. So I can lift this, lift the roof up. I'll put a piece of 2x4, I'll straighten out those lift things, put a piece of 2x4 across, lift up the roof, drive the van underneath it, and then Bob would be your sister's brother, right? Something like that. Anyway, see how it works out. Yeah, there you go. That's 2x4 on that, and all the way around, supporting it. So now I should just be able to lift that up, right, to the ceiling and drive the van underneath it. Then figure out how to get it out of there, which I think I can do. Anyway, I'll hoist it up and I'll show you how it goes. Yeah, so what's happening there now? Yep, so I had to put some extra height on here to make this thing so that it'd be, where am I here? That board there, so it'd be 83, more than 83, so it is. And it's got the van should fit underneath there now, just. But the back of the van is fine, just the front where I've already got the cowling on the top there. So now, at the very worst, I'd have to let the air out of the tires a bit. What's going on, doggy? The cat in there? You going in? Oh yeah, there's the cat. Cat's inspecting, and the dog would like to. Come here. Anyway, that top of the van there is 83 inches, and I think I've got 86 inches over there. So I'll see about this. These guys here just can't leave each other alone. Hey, you gotta be on each other all the time. Okay, time to have to move the dog out of the way here a bit so that I can get it done. Yeah, here I go. Running. And the bits that I need to make that stop clattering so bad might be in the mail today. I don't know if they're going to show up in the mail today. But I might have to go pick them up somewhere. Hang on, I'll just put this inside there. Oh, that stopped. There, I'll see if I can get in underneath that without... There's the thing right there, right? Yeah, don't you love it when a plan works? That seemed to fit in there all right. Now I just got to drag it back a little bit without knocking it off my stand. And then I'll let it down enough so the roof clasps can catch on there. And then see what happens. But I think it's lined up not too badly. Just got to come back some. Actually, I'll push the van ahead a bit. And I hope that those new rocker things will stop it from clattering so bad. Anyhow, but that's later. Okay, next is getting this stuff all together. Yeah, there now. I've just let it down to sit on the boards, right? Now so happened that this side over here is lined up pretty close to right. So I just have to twist the whole thing over that way a little bit and it should be lined up pretty close to right. So I'll do that, see what happens. And I think I can do that from inside the van, right? Let's have a look here and see. Into the darkness I am, but you may be able to see. Yeah. So over here. Right around there is where it's got to be. Just got to move back a bit. It's getting close to the right spot down in there. So I'll see if I can get a bolt started over there or over here, and then I'll be able to twist it around to the right spot. See if I can get it to sit down, and once it's sitting down I'll tighten those bolts up, then I'll lift it and start working on this end of it, or on this end of it up here. So that worked. That worked, right? So far so good. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, so I put a bit of that putty stuff down, and this should just drop on there, and I might be able to get a screw to start in there. I'll give it a try. I might have to go outside to get that done. I'll do it from the outside and show you. Yeah, so there's one screw started in there, and then I've got this goopy stuff down on all the holes so that it doesn't make it weatherproof. Now I'll get this one started on this side. Just the front hole is all you do for now, and then you put the other ones in after. That's after you get it adjusted up right. But now I'll just get this one started and see what goes from there. Okay, now the theory is, well, here I am. I've got the two bolts in the back there holding it. So the theory is that I can lift up the front here, put a brace underneath it, and then figure out where they go, those screws at the back. But that should work. Okay, I'll give it a try. I won't tighten any of the screws at the back yet because I'll want to move it back and forth a bit, I think. But it's likely lined up pretty close to right. I think it's got a, yeah, who knows. Pretty close to right. We'll see. Okay. So I'll lift up this thing here. Maybe I'll just, ouch, keep whacking my head on stuff in here. There. That pointing the right way. Pretty close. You likely get my shoulder more than anything else. See what happens. I made too big a stick, maybe. Oh, heavy. I'll get a shorter stick. I'll be back. Yeah, here I'm back. So I got a stick like this just to put down on the roof to take the weight. Then I've got two choices here. One that high and one that high. I'll go with the short one first. I don't think I have to go too high to make that back end come up. Yeah. I think that's all I really need is that much. I'll check it out. Yeah, I made those hinges come down flat, so I'll put the bolts in there. Then I can start putting on the spring-loaded thing up front here. And I can take these 2x4s out pretty soon. That's what I'll do. I'll take the 2x4s out and then start making it work. See what happens. Yeah, there. I got those 3 there started. Now I'll go to the other side and get them started. It wasn't as easy as it looks. So I used this picky thing here to sort of line up where the holes are and then poke the screws have got a tapered end on them so that they do go through that goopy stuff a little bit easier, but the goopy stuff sure does get in the way of it all. Anyway, there you go. Yeah, they're all started now. They're in there, not snug, just loose. So now I can see if I can get the thing sort of adjusted to where it's supposed to sit on there, and then I'll tighten these down and then I'll go up to the front and work on that. Okay, that's what we'll do. There. They make this a bit of a challenge to get this on here, but I guess the whole damn van's a bit of a challenge. There you go. I'll see what I can do about getting it. Well, here, you can watch. What the hell? You might as well watch me break my neck here. Oops. I think it's got to go that way a bit. Here, we'll go check out outside and see what it looks like. There. Oh yeah, that comes down okay. Right there, that's the way it's supposed to fit, eh? So do I have... No, I guess that's alright. Isn't that cool? Just sort of slides right on there. See how this side over here looks. Yeah, that comes down too. So I think we're pretty good. Huh. What do you know? Hey, what do you know? That's sort of where it goes. So I'll lift it up again a bit and tighten down those screws at the back, then let it down and see what it looks like. I'll be. Okay, well that's easier than I thought it would be. Yeah, so I'll put the $5 rebuild on these things here with silver paint or aluminum colored paint, same as the rest of them are. And they go on the outside to hold the lifty bracket up. So I'm gonna, whoops, gotta get my trusty tool here. Wonder where it is here. This thing, wire brush tool. Take this out and wire brush the this thing here. Just clean it up a little bit. This is the rack that lifts it up, eh? Yeah, that's most of the grime off of it. So now I'll get this mounted inside there. This part here goes to the car, and the other part goes to the ceiling. We'll just see how that works out. Yeah, so there's the This thing here just went right back on, and then the hole's pretty close to lining up there. Then same thing here. Holes are pretty close to, well, the holes are lined right up on that one. So I'd put a bit of that, I'll put a bit of that goopy stuff underneath each of those holes, and then see if I can get the bolt through there. Or maybe I'll put the goopy stuff on the outside. Yeah, I'll put it on the outside and let it get around that way. I keep hitting my head on this thing here, this thing right here, which is a dangerous piece of kit. That thing there. Pointy, and it's just the right height for your head, so I have to get a bulb. I'll make a bulb for that, or if I put a tennis ball over it, it'll work. Okay, see what happens. Oh, getting to be old. Now, matter of getting those bolts in there, I'll need the ladder. They go up from the top here. Okay. Yeah, so I've got them on there. I'll show you. So that, like after you tighten down the bolt, then this stuff here just peels away, right? And, well, famous last words, there we go. Just peels away, and then you got a little ball of it left, but in there it's sealed underneath it, which is good. The other bolts, all the other ones around over there and everywhere, I just used silicone on them. And I should have used this goopy stuff because it's a little bit easier to deal with. Silicone leaves a little bit of a dullness around. So that's 2 of them in and 2 to go. Luggage rack looks all right. Roof looks nice. Now 2 more to go over there, and then there's 2 more like wood screws that go into the wood part. So that'll be coming. Yeah, same thing on this side here. Peel away the extra goop, and we're sealed. Now, next is to, I guess that's the way it's supposed to be, right, like that. Eh? This thing here, I might have to cut it back to here. Whoops, sorry. This thing here, I might have to cut that back to there. Maybe not. Maybe just we'll give it a bit. I don't know for sure. Likely it does. Well, got a bend in the thing there too, so it'll come out over it. Anyhow, that'll just. If it leaks in the rain, then I'll do something about it. If it doesn't leak, then it's good. Now, in theory, now the roof will go up. So. Let's see what's going on. I'll get a pair of snippers. I need clippers to cut those tie wraps that I have on there off. Never ever. There's a pair of diagonal cutters. One tie wrap right here, and one tie wrap right here. That was holding it from springing. Now, I'll set you down and I'll put the roof up, see what happens. All right, there, and there. See what, oh, I banged my head on it as usual. It goes up. Oh, yeah. Just like it's supposed to. Exactly the way it's supposed to work. Now I've got to let the tent down and see if I can put a lot of room in here when the tent's up. You get, well, all sorts of outdoor room, right? Where was I pointing? Who knows where I was pointing? Anyway, that seems to be correct. I have to put the piece here that ties it down. I'll do that, and then I'll start fussing with the tent. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to take a good guess that goes about there. I just made it even with this thing and centered it as well as I could. I think that the thing will come down, and we'll check it out. Here it comes. Now that slides right into place there. and see how it looks on the outside here now. I think that's where it's supposed to be, right? Check out the other side. Yeah, looks like it's where it's supposed to be. And I'll just take a walk around and check it out. Yeah, and the bulb comes up against the car there, so that's a good fit. And it's a good fit all the way around the back here. And look at that, eh? A little bit tighter there than anywhere else, but I wonder if I can adjust that right here. I bet you I can. Might want to adjust that before I put the tent up. Otherwise, it seems to be pretty good. So a little bit tight on that one back corner there. Let's see if that's adjustable. There is some adjustment up and down with these things. I know it. I'll check it out. Now, when I took it apart, there was a little piece of putty on every one of these things here, where the tent comes up against, on those edges there for the, I don't know what, for the what do you call that thing? There's a trim that goes around there. Anyway, so I put putty back on there, and now I'll let the tent down and see what I can do about getting it installed. Huh, look at that, might fit. In fact, I think it does fit. If that pulls down. I think it says to put the front on first, and then the back, and then the sides. But I'll check out the instructions. Yeah, so that's what it looks like from the outside. So it should all come together, methinks. I'll clean the rails. I just get some soap and water and clean these things up. I think I marked them what they were. Like it says driver's side to the front. This is the front one. This is the back one. Yeah. So I was smart enough to do that. And I've got all the little screws. So there's only one screw that I broke coming out, so I'll get one for that. But first I'll go and I'll clean up all these inside the rails, and then I'll start installing it. Huh. Yeah, so here's the first little bit put in. So there's a screw here, a screw here, a screw here. 3 screws around the corner. I've done all of them. It's pretty tight in the corner, but that's good. Same thing over here, it's pretty tight in the corner, and that's good. So now I'll go to the back and see if I can get the back side in there now. And then these things here would be pretty easy, I'm sure. But we'll wait and see. So that's tight, and what I did was I just pulled the roof down about that far, just to, not quite that far because it was holding itself up. Somewhere around there. Yeah, somewhere around there. And it held itself up, and then I was able to get the screws started. Then I pushed it up tight, like that, just to check and make sure things are good. And certainly it looks all right. Keep mosquitoes out, I'm sure. Now, go and tackle the back one for a bit here. Yeah, so there's the back rail all set to go there. And that's what it looks like from the outside, just with the front thing hooked on. Now, that's it for today, because I'm, let me see, what was I going to say? Supper time. Time to quit for the day. But it'll look pretty good when it's up there. And somehow it's got dirt on it already. Don't know how I got that on there. Must have got it on there somehow. So I'll work on getting the dirt off of there before I close everything down, but that should be all right. Now, so there, I'll see you tomorrow. Someday we'll get a windshield in here, I'm sure. And then it'll be airtight, or watertight anyhow. And so that, everything there looks pretty good. Even the, this, whatever you call this thing, the front cap looks nice. And inside the front cap looks nice, the cargo area. So I'll get the rest of it up here soon. It'll be a tomorrow thing to get the rest of it done. And I tried to make an adjustment here, but I couldn't get it adjusted in any way at all, so I have to be happy with it. And Buster is, oh, you've been digging. What a nice dog. Look at them. Look at those paws. Hey, look at those paws. Where you been digging? Let's take a look at what you've been digging. Oh boy, you've been a busy dog. Hey, look at this. Yeah, dug a good hole there. Yeah, you know, you want to bring all that mud in the house now, do you? Now what do you suppose is down there? Besides ants. Yeah, oh, he was digging here too, going for ants. Oh well, that's all right. I'll close up shop and that'll be that. See you tomorrow. Yeah, so here I am back again in the Westfalia, right? 1982 Westfalia camper van. So now the back, it's not quite as roomy in the back as it is in the front for doing this kind of stuff, but I imagine I'll persevere somehow or other. So you get the center here, which I'll do, and I'll just put it in lightly right here, and then I'll get the edges in. Let's see if I can make that happen, and then we'll go from there on the sides, see what happens. Yeah, so here's what I've done, right or wrong. I've got that screw through the fabric there. I've got the screw through the fabric here. I got the screw through the fabric there. Center point on the corner on each side, and then the center point here. Now I'll see if I can get them to go back into where they're supposed to be, which is one there and the other one there, and so on. See what happens. Yeah, how do you like that? So I loosened the tension on the front there, just let that down a little bit, and then I was able to, number one, I got that side to start over here, right? And then I got the middle done, and then I got that side to start over there. So I've got them in, not tight, but just, you know, just to get them started. Now I'll put the other, like there's one that goes right here and one that goes right there. I'll put them next, try and tighten them down a bit, and then get the center ones done with the right amount of tent underneath the underneath it here. And that should work. And it's got this elastic at the back here to make it, you know, to take up the slack, right? So I'll see what happens, show you when I get going. Yeah, there you go, the back rail is on there now. So I worked center on loose, that corner in loose, that corner in loose on the center, then the end tab on each side to get them straight, right, and then across the back, and worked pretty good. So there, now it's just a matter of these side ones, and the side ones that's easy because I've got it up tight now, and it looks like there's, you know, the tension's right on it, and it looks like it'll be okay. There the doggy is, don't know what he's got there. He used to be something. But I guess he's going to be busy on that for a while, whatever it is. Anyhow, I'll get the one side done, and then I'll get the other side done. Yeah, there, that's screwed down on that side now. Oh, a little pretty picky work getting all those little screws in there, but they're in, and I've got the putty underneath that there, underneath the hoopy bits. So now I noticed on that side I didn't put a screw in here, so I'll put a screw in here before I try fitting this side here. This side here. But it looks like it's just going to fall into place all right. Okay, I'll give it a try. Yeah, so the same thing with this one. I haven't got it on yet, but I just take the first screw somewhere in the middle, or not really in the middle, but somewhere in a convenient location, and put it through the canvas and everything and hold it all down, and that kind of makes it so the rest of the screws will line up. Then you can adjust the canvas to fit in there. Anyway, there you go. Well, here you can watch one or two. See what happens. See if I can get this thing hooked on here. Yeah, there we go. So, pretty boring this is. But if you're having trouble finding like most times, the screws just will go in the hole and then go straight in, but in this case not. So if you're having trouble finding it, you use a little picky thing. Line up the hole. Or find a hole that will line up. Not even pointing the right way, am I? Right about there it lines up. Let's see if you can get the screw to hold in there. Hold everything down tight. Once you get a couple of them lined up, it stays good. It's easy. Wow. Famous last word here. That's obviously not in the right spot. Don't lose those. Well, one down. I'll find that later. Buster, what's the matter with you? You're scratching up my car. There, that one's in. So, anyway, it goes on and on like that. I don't know, you just get my shoulder for that? Well, I'll check it out later, and if I have to, I'll just cut it out of there. Yeah, there. Now that's all in and up. I have to do the two screws that go right up in that corner there. Whoop, where am I pointing? Two screws go right up in that corner there. Otherwise, and two screws go right up in that corner where this thing here meets up there. But first, I'll take a look outside and see how it looks. Yeah, that looks like a pop-top camper, right? Actually, that worked quite well. Thank you very much. I can be happy with that. I don't have to worry about it. It all seems to be, you know, kind of comes up nice and tight and snug. Didn't wreck anything. A little bit of the gooey stuff there, and just keeps the bugs out. And the dog is, you know, destroying stuff inside there. Oh, that's a good spot to be destroying stuff. I don't know how he got into that, but that's where he is. What are you doing, doggy? You can't do that. Look, you got that all destroyed already. Here it is, all here. There's nothing left to destroy. You got it all. There, see? Here. That's it right there. Oh, look, you missed a bit right there. What's that? Yeah, you need opposable thumbs. Anyhow, all dogs need opposable thumbs. All they have is a jaw. And then they start chewing things up. Here, get out of there, you. You can't, no, you can't take any more. That stuff there is important. That's part of the car. You can have the tape, but you can't have part of the car. Hey, no. Don't do that. Don't chew on the car. Hey, no. Don't chew on the car. That's enough. That's enough. Find something else to chew on. You got everything else in here chewed up. Anyway, I'll get those 4 screws put up there, and that'll be good. Yeah, there it is. So that's the roof on it now. Isn't that something? Looks good. I'll take it out in the sunlight and see how it looks out there. And then I think we can call that a video done, right? It's all, the tent works, and the roof goes up and down the way it's supposed to. Still a little bit tight on that side, but that's just the way that's going to be. And still a few more things to get on it, and also on the interior needs a lot of getting stuff on it. Clean the dust off it. Anyway, I'll take it outside and we'll just have a look around. Yeah, here we are. Oh, there's Tony coming up to investigate. So I'll just go down and I'll be driving up. There we are. That's looking nice in the sunshine. No front windshield yet. That's pending, but it'll get there. And put the mirror out, hey, so it looks right. All the other windows are in and good. 1982 Volkswagen Westfalia. Looks pretty good. I'll get you some drone footage. Yeah, there we go. That I did some droning. I don't know how it worked out. We'll see. The batteries go dead on the drone, then the batteries go dead on the controller. It was beeping and bopping at me like you wouldn't believe. Anyhow, that's looking pretty good. A little bit breezy here now. I'll take this and put it back in the shop. And I'm going to do some work on the motor tomorrow. So that'll be the end of this video right here. We'll wrap it up. things are looking pretty good with the Volkswagen, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now. Yeah, what is it? May something. 16th, 17th, maybe 17th. Yeah, I think it's the 17th. And the Buster's back to the beach. There goes a big old pterodactyl, or a blue heron. I don't know if you can see him over there. On the way over there, he just flew across. And there goes a duck. There goes another couple of ducks. Duck, 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 duck. Anyway, exciting day at the frog pond today. And Buster's wondering, what'll I do about those ducks? All you can do is look at them, Buster. A little bit grim. There's more ducks out there too. It's a duck day at the cove today. Oh, maybe we'll get some ducks nesting here. That'd be nice. We'll see what happens. Anyway, there you go. That's another day at the cove. Bye for now.